We're live, I believe.
Wow.
We are live.
We got back.
We're
We're ready to go.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Maria's sound is on,
My
so
sound
we
is
can
on.
confirm we
That's
are
right,
live.
can confirm we are live.
Yep.
What's going on, ladies?
Welcome back to Cutting Stems Week 2. We had a little bit some technical difficulties, but we're good. We're ready. We're starting. There's a lot of people around. It's the national championship, so there's other things going on in Barcelona
Yeah,
HQ.
but whatever, sports are lame.
Yeah. Moving on with the show.
It's
Yeah.
our favorite night of the year on Twitter, where you get absolutely roasted for watching The Bachelor, even though it's shocking you can do those two things at the same time. People really just
certainly can.
it never clicks. You may notice once again we are missing a fourth chair.
Without our man, our sweet
Unfortunately.
man.
I'd like for us to take a moment of silence for Trent. Everybody watching.
Should we join hands?
Yeah, let's join hands.
Let me. I was midway through
Oh,
making
okay,
sure
Fran.
people could swipe up to watch the show, and
I'll join my own
I'm just
hand.
gonna hold your
Thank
hand this
you.
whole time, and also Owens is involved.
And we are going to take a moment of silence for Trent, who is battling COVID-19 at this very moment. I did check in on him this morning because I was afraid we would lose our dear Trent, and
Yes.
it scared me. I don't know how I could live without him, so we're thankful that he is feeling better, and we will hear
Yes.
from him
We will.
at the end of the show.
at the end of
We
the show.
will.
In the name of the Father, and the
He
Son, and
will
the Holy
be- he
Spirit,
will be
amen. That
calling
wasn't
in.
a prayer,
Yeah.
but just
That's
had
a
to
good
throw
way to
that out
end
there.
something.
Yeah.
I can't
Good way
believe
to
you
end
just made me pray on the show.
Whatever, Matt
wasn't
James,
a prayer.
Matt
I
James would have wanted
just-
it. Matt James would have wanted it.
Yes. In honor of Matt
Oh
James.
man!
yeah, Trent.
And like always, a reminder: Owens. We're drinking our Owens mixers tonight. 15% off. Code Barstool15 at owensmixers.com. And guys, great news! You can get your Owens mixers on Amazon. Pretty sweet deal.
And review
Huge
it.
news.
5 stars. Write up something nice. Love Owens
Yep.
Mixers. Love The Bachelor. Love watching
I
The
love this
Bachelor
one.
while
It's
drinking
so good.
Owens
It's my,
Mixers.
I think it might be my favorite.
I think it
the-
is
the
my
mint
favorite
cucumber.
too. It is so refreshing and delicious. Makes for a perfect cocktail. Ladies, how do we feel after week 2? We saw a bunch of dates. I think really the star of the show tonight was Victoria's bra. But
Yeah.
other than that, there were some good dates. Let's start from the beginning. Brie got the first one-on-one. What did we think?
Brie, I thought was. So I think the first episode, so many people were obsessed with Brie immediately.
Yeah,
and I don't know
me
if
being
I, like,
one of them.
Yeah, you.
Yep.
Also, a bunch of my friends, random people I kept seeing were so obsessed with her, and I think that I. Maybe missed her entrance. I didn't get that
Yeah.
draw to her right away. But then when they went on their date, I was like, oh, she's pretty great. She's fantastic. Except for the fact that the entire quad crash they got into was staged. I will stay on
The
that forever.
ATVs.
They
Yeah,
landed
ATVs, yeah.
way too perfectly for that to not be a scripted thing.
Hmm.
And also, it's like I've known some people that have gotten to ATV incidents like that and have seriously fucked up their
Yeah.
bodies and their
Right.
faces. None of that. They just brushed that off. I don't believe it. I feel like it was scripted. Chris Harrison wants to say that it was not scripted. It wasn't stunt doubles, but
I don't believe it.
part of me still wants to believe that those two did not actually fall off the ATV like that, and it was scripted.
They had to fall in the mud somehow because the hot tub was waiting for them to, clean off and look all nice.
Exactly.
So,
How about a hot tub being involved? I'm so furious. I took all season long last season
I had
for
hot
Tasha
tub
and
on
Claire. I
everything.
had hot tub on
I
everything.
think it was
for
just
the
because it was
Owens
too hot.
drinking game.
We needed
Right.
to think about the weather.
And-
Now this is perfect hot
Exactly,
tub
you're right.
setting.
You're right.
You're right.
And another amazing, shout out to Trent. He, on our recap last week, he was like, this is going to be a great season for Matt James. It's going to be a great season for foliage.
Wow.
Pennsylvania foliage. It was the second star of the night.
It really was.
Like, if you
It
wanted
really
Matt
looks
James
fantastic.
shirtless, the foliage.
Yeah.
It was really
I didn't
neck
even
and neck.
think about Matt James shirtless.
No.
I was thinking strictly
Just
about the
too
foliage.
busy
Those
staring at the
leaves,
foliage.
woo, they were turning.
The leaves and Victoria.
Yeah.
That's all I thought about.
Yeah, well,
Coochie monster.
Yeah, she's a coochie monster. She's
we'll
real
get to
trash.
it. We will definitely
will.
get to it. Brie, I thought she had a great date. Like you said, the ATV thing was definitely they landed perfectly in each other's arms. They got to roll around in the mud, and they had their hot tub date, their regular date, their nighttime date. What was very interesting was these two seemed to connect on a lot of things from their past and single mothers and growing up, and they seemed to relate to each other in that way. Brie revealed that her mom had her when she was pregnant when she was 13, which is
That's crazy.
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 So crazy. So props to Brie for telling her story, talking about it, and also being able to come on this show, because she said, now her mom is starting kind of another life.
Yeah, I mean, her mom's only
another baby, family.
24.
She's 24.
Right? 24, so her mom is what, 35? 7?
Don't look at me.
I
I
I'm
can't
so bad
count.
with math, but it's like, yes, sorry, thank you, 37.
Yeah.
And like, I guess that is kind of weird. I never really thought about that before. It's like she's so young that she legitimately can have a whole other family, and I'm sure Brie does feel that like, oh man, like it was always me and my mom. It was always our thing, and now she's doing other things, and of course she's a part of that family too. But it's also like, damn.
Yeah, we're definitely getting deep right away.
Totally, yeah.
And we saw that with Sarah too, but we're getting deep right away. Brie got a rose. It was a good first 101. Solid. I think it hit all the right. I mean, when Matt took his shirt off and went to cut the wood there, it was like,
wielding
okay,
axes.
all right, this is how this whole season is going to go, isn't it? Yeah, we had the picture ready to go.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
He looks great.
Yeah, I mean, he was ready to go too. So
he was shirtless more on this episode, I think, than he had a shirt on. Like, I think more minutes spent without a shirt.
I won't do the research, but if somebody out there does want to do the research when we get to the end of the season, I would love to know if he is the most shirtless Bachelor that we've ever had.
That would
like
be
if
a
he will
great
have the
stat to
most
have.
shirtless scenes, because it's well deserved.
Yeah,
He
it
should.
really is.
Statistically, he should have the most shirtless scenes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
so he should.
love Brie and Matt together.
Yeah.
Although, I'm rooting for them, and I think Brie is just marvelous. She glows, she's beautiful, and she seems like she has a great personality. But I feel like Matt James, he's still getting the hang of things, and he's using like that one thing that they bond over to talk about constantly. It's because
He does
he's
that
not,
a lot, I feel.
Yeah, he does that a lot. It's like the ATV. Okay, that was brought up a million times. Then Katie with the vibrator last week, that was brought up a million times. It's like, I get it because it's the first time meeting these girls. But I was like, all right, we've heard about the ATV. You're fake, scripted, little fall. So let's get
He
past
still
that.
seems very nervous. I
Very
still
much
feel
so.
like he
I get that vibe
is.
too.
Yeah, I still feel like he's a little nervous on these dates, which is very fair. But yeah, I agree with you, Rhea. There's definitely some times where it's like maybe they're running out of things to talk about, but it's also maybe the only thing we're seeing. I felt that same way with Tayshia and Brendan. It was like the only thing they're talking about is how they were both married. Do they have anything else to talk about?
That's true. That's fair.
So that could be the same kind of situation. We had a massive group date.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Massive.
going back to your saying of him being nervous, I feel like I have seen him, and we've all seen him be a little bit nervous. It was very clear that he actually still was when all 18 of those girls came through and he had to explain the
In
date
wedding
situation.
dresses.
He looked nervous as fuck, in wedding dresses.
That'll scare the shit out of you. 18 girls lined up in their wedding
It's
dresses,
crazy.
and they're all salivating trying to marry you.
Right.
They
Nobody's
gotta
salivating harder than Victoria.
chill with the wedding dress.
I hate that date.
situation.
I hate
it.
Like even with Tayshia and Zach when they did that, I was like, all right, come on, too soon. Again, too soon. You're gonna scare Matt James off the show before he even picks anybody.
Sometimes I think to myself, I'm always like, oh, could I go on the show, whatever. I don't know if I could go on the show because I think that moment of like wearing a wedding dress with someone and having the photos and even being silly, that's like a precious moment that I don't want taken away from me. Like I feel like they do this so casually.
It's
I'm
every
like, how
season they
are
do
these
it.
bitches not crying? Like I'd be like, I don't want to put on a wedding dress that's not mine and like fake this and like rush it
Also,
and whatever.
Bad luck.
Now
It's
that I'm
bad
looking at
luck.
that picture, some of these girls probably are pissed too because these dresses they were wearing were stunning. Kayla just
Oh
looked
yeah.
absolutely
Oh my God,
gorgeous.
right.
You see
Yeah.
her far like
Yeah. No, they
Oh,
all
that's
look.
who am I looking at?
Most look good.
Oh, Kayla was in the back, but Chris, like everybody
outfit's cute.
looks
Yeah, I
so
mean, they're-
fantastic.
And then they just cut them all up afterwards.
And then they
Like,
they
what is that all
absolutely
about?
destroyed them, which is
Yeah.
fine. The gift of this date was the fact that we got Franco back.
Love Franco always. Can I tell you, Franco looks like he just looks a little different than he has before. Like
I feel like Franco
I very much thought that he was a different
transforms.
person. Yes, I thought he
He
was a different
feels like
person,
that
and I was
kind
like,
of guy.
tell me they're trying to bring in some like 2-bit bitch to be Franco, but it really was him, and he has a different face.
The
now.
suit was
So
fabulous.
it's
The
just-
coat was fabulous. He stole the show.
He looks amazing. but
They
he
may
just
have
looks like a
all
different
been in
person.
their white wedding dresses, but he clearly was the best dressed.
Yeah, that's some Hunger Games shit from Franco, and I love it.
Big time.
Yeah.
He always
I
steals
really-
the show, and I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah. So they had to play this game. You know, first of all, they're taking pictures with Matt, and Victoria inserts herself in, and I'm gonna try and say this as nice as I possibly can. Victoria must have some kind of attachment to this bra that she's wearing because, I
bra.
understand every girl has their bra that's like their go-to make my boobs look good bra, and this must be it. And regardless of what dress she's wearing, she's got to be in that bra. Because it didn't work with the wedding dress. It didn't work in the other dress. She picked a wedding dress. You could just see her whole. It's like,
it just
take
like
the bra
never
off.
works. It's
Just
like
take the bra
It's
off.
like a push-up T-shirt bra that she insists on forcing into like a strapless gown.
Yeah.
The Coochie
Like, why are you
Monster,
doing that?
the Coochie Monster's bra situation is disgraceful.
Yeah,
and
it's bad.
she's worn it for every dress. She probably never washes it, which I won't shame for that.
I was like,
'cause,
whatever.
Like,
I was gonna say,
don't really,
yeah.
wash all my bras every day, maybe
no,
ever.
certainly not.
But I feel like she is wearing this thing as much as she can. It's like, Victoria, free the nip a little
Yeah,
bit.
come on.
Free it out. You're
Let
freeing
those
your
puppies
vagina.
out, like,
Right.
You're
just-
wearing a dress up to here, your whole vagina's out. But yet the bra, you won't
Yeah.
let your boobs play a little bit. Come on, have a little nip out.
Is that your explanation for the Coochie Monster?
Oh
name
yeah,
you dubbed her?
absolutely. Coochie Monster came to be because you pointed out that her whole vagina was just out with her dress, and
Short
it
dress.
was.
Yeah.
So she's a Coochie Monster who refuses to free the nipple.
Yeah, it's weird.
And she inserted herself multiple times into this. She wants to take the pictures. She is forcing Matt into these kisses that, let me tell you, he
really
does not look
is.
like he wants to kiss her. It's like grabbing his face and being like, let's kiss. And
Yeah.
it's just like pretty brutal.
You know what their kiss reminded me of?
What?
Like a drunk makeout at
Yeah.
a bar where
Yes.
you don't really want to kiss the person, but somehow you ended up making out with them.
Yep.
And
Yes.
that's how Matt James was treating it. He was like, like
That's
really
exactly,
fast.
with
and
his
it wasn't
eyes
like
open and just like,
sensual.
Like, no.
Yeah, it
It
wasn't like a nice.
didn't
like,
feel like there were emotions behind it.
No.
It was like
No.
going through the motions of the
like
makeout.
this is like a nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
I think
It did
that
feel a little
it was
aggressive.
even worse when she later. I know we're kind of jumping ahead, but just on the topic of Victoria, she later asked him specifically, like, "Can I have a kiss before we go upstairs?" And he was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
It's like
Fine.
fine, I guess. Like whatever. She's just it's starting to make me uncomfortable. Like I'm almost at the point where we were talking shit about her, and I was like, yes, I could talk shit about her all day, but now I'm almost like. Should I be talking shit about you? Because like, what's going on here? Something
Right.
is off. Something is weird.
She seems
Nobody
like a
is
fake
this-
person. That's how bad it is.
Right. Nobody is this.
It's like this can't be how
insufferable.
you really are in real life. But
Exactly.
but maybe, I don't know.
Some
Maybe it
people
is.
like that exist.
Yeah.
Sadly enough,
Yeah.
people like that exist in this world. And I think that we've all been like, oh, should we make fun of her? Should we not make fun of her? Like, what if something's wrong with her? Whatever it may be. But like, she's put on this show, displayed right in front of us, and there's no denying that she is
Bratty?
gross.
Yeah,
just-
Like honestly,
She's
just
gross.
like, and not
She's
just
gross, a
like,
little bit
I'm not
gross.
talking about like her appearance being gross, like just the way she
Yeah.
acts
The
is
way
gross,
she acts is gross,
and just
yeah.
the way
About
she
it.
handles herself is just gross.
The way she talks to other people,
Yeah,
like
gross.
she's just
Yeah.
the way she addresses the group. It was the problems they had the whole entire episode. It was the problems they had during the group date. They played this game. The rules are there are no rules. Chris Harrison just throwing that out there.
Jacking the
Chris?
shit, huh?
Chris, if you want to buy it, you want some merch, let us know.
Yeah,
We've
how
got
about it?
sweatshirts for days.
Uh-huh.
The rules are there are no rules. You can also buy them on the store.barstoolsports.com.
Facts. Maybe more
and-
people will buy it now that Chris Harrison actually said it, not
Yeah,
just us.
Right.
No,
he says
Chris
he
Harrison is
swipes
out
that right
there
through.
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
Also-
And there really were no rules to this game. It was kind of like capture the flag, heart, but throw paint at each other. No rules. It did look like it got pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Mari got the most aggressive, and she was on the losing team, but got to go on the dinner portion of the date because she won that award. Rachel was crying that she didn't get
Yeah,
it.
that was
Rachel
tough.
might be a crier.
Seems like it.
She seems to be. Yeah, she seems to get
seems like
overwhelmed
Rachel might
quickly.
be a crier, and this is where Victoria was wearing the dress where it was like, okay, where now it's very
Yeah.
short.
Now it's
quite-
too much.
quite
Yeah, that's
revealing.
what her whole vagina was out.
Yeah, and she thought she was gonna get the group date rose.
Mm-hmm.
She did not. It went to Lauren, who also very well deserved. We haven't seen a lot of Lauren yet, but Matt seems to like Lauren.
Do you think that Victoria, when she came in and she had asked her, I think it was Lauren, and she had asked her like, did you expect that? Like, were you expecting that? Because I really thought that like I
Yeah.
shared a lot about myself. Do you think that her asking her that was passive aggressive or genuine? Because I am thinking back on it, and she seemed kind of like hopelessly genuine. Like man, I like laid it all out on the table and I didn't get anything, and I really thought I'd get it. So I guess like I'm not exposing
Yeah.
myself enough. Like I'm not doing enough. Like I wonder if she's genuinely just like, how the fuck does this game work? Like I don't get it. Like I feel like she maybe is like that.
Maybe it's possible.
I still hate her, but
I don't know how I just can't like relate to her. So I
either.
don't really know. I can be like, you know what, I think she's thinking this because I don't think that we're on the same frequency.
She's like Lena Dunham. I just want to say that really fast, and then I never want to talk about her again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
I don't know, it's
absolutely.
her
That was a
voice.
great call.
Her
And
voice
kinda
sounds
looks like her.
it. Yeah. So this whole time I've been like, I feel like I know this bitch. Like, why do I know her? And I've just known like a million bitches just like her. But also when she started talking kind of long form, I was like, she sounds just like Lena Dunham. And then now she also in turn looks a little bit like her as well.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. So, Lauren got the group date rose. Sarah got the second one-on-one, which was a
love
great
Sarah.
date. They got to go out on the plane. Beautiful. Just seemed like it was a good bonding moment. And we had the classic setup of the Bachelor saying, I feel like she's holding back. There's something like she's going to have to open up if this is going to work. ... She opens up during the night portion of the date, which we expected because we knew from her video package and everything that she takes care of her dad, who has ALS. She explained that all to Matt. Thought Matt was very receptive. They spoke about it. I think Matt likes Sarah a lot. Sarah seems really great. And also on top of that, like Matt was live tweeting during the episode as well and tweeted out a link to, donate to the ALS Association. So it's just
That was precious. That was a
very sweet.
That was a very intense but very sweet conversation. Like I liked Sarah a lot the first day, and then everybody's attentions kind of went to Abigail and Brie, and so I was like, oh shit, maybe I maybe my radar was off. But I think with this, she's kind of like top 4 shit. Like I feel like we were talking a little bit about hometowns. I feel like they might work that in there. Like I don't know. I just feel like they have a connection. I feel like Matt kind of likes and understands that she doesn't necessarily open up all the time and tell everybody that kind of story. Like he had to kind of pull it out of her.
Yeah.
Like he likes
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I sense a connection between Sarah and Matt as well. Perfect, like, I don't know if that was a hot tub or a pool by the fire. Absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Sarah's body is insane. Like, I saw her body and was like,
abs.
I'm going to the gym
All
tomorrow
around abs
because
from
I
both of
want to
them.
look like her.
Unbelievable.
Like,
Gorgeous.
absolute, like, stunning. Both of them together. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, they're a very hot couple. There's definitely no
Very
denying
much so.
that. Matt seems to like her. There definitely seems like there's a connection. Then we're getting this drama at the rose ceremony, at the cocktail party. This is what we're talking about before. Victoria is getting involved in the drama already. It's week 2, and we're already going to the Bachelor ratting on other girls, which is crazy. It's so early for that
Too
to be
soon.
happening.
Way too soon.
And Marilyn was at the other end of this, and it seemed like Victoria threw her under the bus for absolutely no reason. I don't really think, from what we saw, Marilyn was not doing anything wrong. I think that they just didn't get along, and Victoria was felt like she was being attacked by her, which was something we did not see. Went right to Matt and tattled.
Yeah.
And now, Marilyn's spot is in jeopardy, and she had to defend herself. And it all just seemed like pointless, stupid, made-up drama from Victoria.
Does Marilyn, or did Victoria say to Matt exactly what it is she's accusing Marilyn of saying? Like, I feel like I missed that. I feel like her just
Not
being like,
really.
you don't
It
really
was
get
just
how
like
toxic
she's
it is in the house.
toxic and condescending.
Yeah,
and
but like,
that they
where's
were
your-
roommates and she had to leave because of her, I don't know.
Like her attitude,
Yeah.
she said. But
Yeah.
she didn't say anything like, I feel like Marilyn was a little eye-rolly when Matt James was like, hey, Victoria was saying this shit. She was kind of like obviously. So I feel like there must have been some sort of like maybe an argument between them or some sort of whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't anticipate it being anything like what Victoria is trying to convey. Like there's just no way that she was basically in tears night 1. Remember, she was the same girl who was like basically sobbing, waiting for her rose at the end. That's the same girl. I can't imagine her like being so rude to someone like Victoria.
Right.
Justly. I guess.
Right. And Maggie, there was a moment when Maggie was talking to Victoria and was like, I haven't seen any of that kind of behavior from her, and I trust Maggie. We have not seen a lot from her, but
Same.
I trust her, and I think she would tell the truth. And if she says that, Marilyn is good, then I believe it. But Victoria just could not get out of her own way. The girls must all hate her, because if none of them said to her, like, hey, you gotta you gotta change.
Right? How does not one
You gotta,
person?
like,
But the thing is,
Or
like,
you
just be
gotta
like,
like,
listen,
your
come on,
like the back of your dress,
Yeah.
your entire bra is out. Like
You gotta-
somebody had to,
some
you
kind
know?
of help, right? Like I feel like that at some point someone has to just be like, oh, okay, roll my eyes, but you're gonna look like a fucking fool on
Yeah.
national TV. I feel like all these girls for real did like let her do that. However, she is doing it though. She did it to herself.
Yeah.
What do you think? Think she did it to herself?
I think that, like, yes, of course, all the girls in the house hate her, but even if you do hate somebody like that, I think you're more inclined to be like, what the fuck is up with your bra? Or
Yeah.
at least I would be like, what is good with that dress and that bra that you're wearing? I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Yeah.
not, I feel like sometimes people just like tiptoe around the obvious, whereas if somebody just, hey, what's up with that bra and that dress? And if she was like, I like it, then you move on from it.
Yeah.
I feel like she knows that she did that and is perfectly okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, she has to know. It's crazy if she doesn't. That's, I mean, maybe it's her look, maybe it's her thing. She likes that disheveled, chaotic mess feel.
Yeah.
She is a disheveled, chaotic mess.
She really is. Yeah.
So it's not even that she likes it, it's what she embodies.
That's just who she is. Yeah, she's being her. Damn.
Oh yeah, it was tough. So we got a to be continued, slapped with a hard to be continued. We didn't get
Nice
good
catch.
save, good
Yeah.
save.
Wow.
We didn't get the full rose ceremony. We got about half of it before Sarah started to feel faint and had to be taken to the side. Was
Right on time.
was having a moment, and Matt was going to help her, and we got slapped with the big to be continued. So we'll see. But the preview really, Victoria seems like she is really involved, and everybody doesn't like it. But boy, are we just gonna have to sack up and watch it for a few more weeks, which is so brutal. Because yes,
I love it. What are you
there's
talking about?
always-
What do you mean
I
brutal?
like the drama.
She's
What else?
brutal.
She's absolutely brutal. She's disgusting.
So many
She's grotesque.
seasons.
But why don't we want to see
It's
that on
true.
TV?
It's true.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
I
here
don't like
for.
it. I don't like it. I
I
would
like it to
rather
a
watch
certain
Matt go
point.
on 10 one-on-one dates than watch that.
No,
Yeah.
I would rather watch Coochie Monster every single night and her grossness and actually like have a funny thing to laugh at in a TV show that you're like, oh my God, the drama's insane. Then be like, okay, they're falling in love.
I
This
like
is nice.
the drama a lot of the time, and in years past, there is always a villain. There's always a villain, but
Yeah.
sometimes there's a redeeming quality in that villain, or you can tell that the villain was made to be the villain, and maybe she's not really that bad. In this case, I want to blow my brains out when I hear her talk. That it's like I can't watch this for 5 more weeks. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, how long is she going to be here? I'm not going to be able to do it.
I love that. I love the anger coming from you. I also think that we're going to hate her even more, become apathetic, and then start to like her the longer she stays. Like, if she keeps fucking shit up, you guys know I love a villain.
Yeah.
If she keeps fucking shit up like this and just really setting things on fire with no rhyme or reason, I might, like, flip sides.
If she starts
and like
picking
Victoria.
girls off one by one.
Yeah, I might have to
it's
root
just-
for her. Like, I love chaos, so, I might have to happen. But I will say she's insufferable in the time before she's
Yeah.
overexposed.
Oh, absolutely. But it's like one of these.
Yeah.
You know?
A
It's
car
like
crash.
a,
Car
oh,
crash. Can't look away.
You know?
Yeah, oh
like,
no,
I
oh
can't
no.
listen, but
Yeah.
my ears are perked up.
Yeah.
100%.
Shall we take some questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Before
Hello,
we
YouTube.
prepare for Trent's arrival.
Yes. So excited to see him. Except for our TV is like weird, but I hope we can still see him.
Yes, I think we'll be able to catch him in glimpses.
Yeah.
But
Let's
let's
see.
take some questions. Ria's in the YouTube chat.
Are you on YouTube or?
I am. I am in
She's
the
in
YouTube,
YouTube.
chat.
Okay.
And I am looking for questions.
Got some good ones, folks.
Let's see.
Do you think Victoria is actually like this in real life or is laying it on thick for the show? I sadly think she's like this in real life.
I actually think
Like,
so too.
I don't want, people are like, Rhea, this is your worst take yet. Like, I don't want this to be mistaken that I like Victoria. I think I made it very clear. I think she's disgusting.
Yeah, you did.
But the drama, like, I just, it is what it is. Can't get enough.
It definitely feels amplified. I feel like she was told to just fuck shit up when she got in there. I don't know what producers are helping her or talking to her, but it's been pretty crazy seeing that dynamic. And I don't know. I can't really. Did you see there was like Serena Kerrigan, who is, you know, an influencer, and she does like these confidence coaching things. And I guess Victoria was one of her clients before she went on this show. And maybe she just got too cocky. She just went on here like a little too cocky.
It's a really strange thing. Like I think that she is genuinely being herself. I don't think that she has like the self-awareness to realize it's weird. Like I think that in such a setting and with the scrutiny of, you know, the nation, I don't think she realizes like, hey, my like false overconfidence is off-putting. Like it's just not my, it doesn't look great for me. I think she'll regret it.
I feel like she's not gonna be aware of like.
Maybe I don't think she is. She has zero self-awareness.
I feel like she's gonna watch the show and be like, yeah, I fucking crushed that.
Yeah, like I looked amazing. She could.
Do we think Kit will take over for Victoria once we get rid of Victoria? Because we have not seen a lot this episode from Kit.
Oh, I realized we didn't even talk about our drink tonight, which I dubbed the influencer for Kit, because I thought that tonight we were gonna get a Kit versus Victoria, and in that fight, I choose Kit. So I was like, all right, we'll do that. We didn't even see her ass.
The more we don't see Kit, the more I like her. It just seems like maybe she is just along for the ride here. And it does kind of seem like everybody is going to get involved in the drama with Victoria. And Kit might get in there later, and it might be more intense with Kit from what we've seen in the previews. But hopefully not as bad for Kit. I don't think Kit will end up being the villain after Victoria.
Yeah, she'll never be as bad.
I think that we've already would have gotten those vibes.
I agree. She'll never be as bad as Victoria.
Yeah, that's by far.
How do we feel about Matt's open eye kisses?
Look, I understand it if it is every, you know, once in a while, but it seems like it's just every single time it's the same exact thing. Like it's a kiss, but he's also like, his eyes kind of look like they're closed, but they're like open down here, and he's like, look, you know, it's like a squinty situation.
I feel like that might be how I kiss people. Like I think that, like I'm kind of thinking that way, but I also know that I close my eyes sometimes, but I didn't notice it until Ben Higgins pointed it out, and now I'm like, okay, now I see that you're like, it's not like he's sitting there with his eyes wide open.
Yeah, they're not wide open. It was almost hard to tell.
Squinty.
I kept like looking very closely to try and tell.
I don't know. I'm torn.
I think a lot of people do what Matt James does when they kiss more than they realize. Like, think about it. He also is probably thinking about the fact that he's on camera. It's his first time doing this.
Yeah.
And also being filmed 24/7. I feel like you're going to have some open eye kisses.
Yeah.
Or slightly open eye kisses.
Yeah. It just felt like it was every single kiss that makes me, because I think I definitely do it every once in a while, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like every single kiss.
I'd have to.
So we'll have to keep watching.
Exactly.
We don't have enough evidence for the case study quite yet.
As big of a sample size as we needed.
Exactly. We need more evidence.
We'll get into it. Yeah. We'll see it later. For sure.
It's a good question from MTV, but I don't feel like we know the women enough yet. They said, which girl from Matt's season do you think each of you are most like? Assign it to each other. But I don't feel like we know them enough yet.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
I don't know any of their personalities.
I think you're the coochie monster.
Yeah, it's like August. I just want to be dubbed Victoria. God.
It is a good question, but I think we would have to answer that in a few weeks when we know them.
That's a good one.
It is a great question, but I don't know any of these girls' personalities like at all, besides the three we saw on. Like we could just pick the three girls that have had two girls that have had one-on-one and Abigail. I feel like we've seen the most, but other than
just
that,
the three best girls.
Yeah, the three best ones: Sarah, Brie, and Abigail. We could just spread that around.
Exactly.
MTV said they'll follow up in 3 weeks. Thank you,
MTV.
Thank you, MTV.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you tuning in.
I'm looking for one. Okay, final question. I feel like this is the most asked question. Which girl do you think has the most potential to be a bachelorette?
Sarah.
Yeah, now I'm getting Sarah vibes. If she doesn't get picked,
if she's not the winner,
yeah.
I think
I really
time
like her.
Sarah. I like Brie a lot too.
Brie is great, but I think I have a feeling like I don't know. Based on how captivated everyone was by it, I think I just like wasn't paying close enough attention when she came out of the limo or something. Like I didn't have that like whatever about it. Everyone's so obsessed with her. When we watched her on that date, she was amazing. I like now all of a sudden I'm anticipating like top 2 at least for her. Like they had such a weird like
right away.
They were so they were so I don't know, just like gazing each other's eyes and the hot tub thing and I don't know. other people seem to have a good vibe about her. I feel like now
I like
do
her
too
too.
in turn.
I like her too.
Yeah.
I really do like all the girls that we've seen more of.
Yeah.
You know, that have gotten more airtime.
Absolutely.
Besides Victoria, who's the only one that's like, okay, this is getting kind of brutal.
Yeah.
Then everybody else has been pretty enjoyable to watch.
I agree.
All right, is it
Putting
time to bring in Trent?
Please.
Do we have
Think so.
Trent? Is Trent here? Is Trent available for our STEM? Oh, there he is.
Oh, thank
In
God.
front of his foliage.
There he is.
What up?
What's up?
What up, Boo?
Hi.
How's it going?
Missing you.
Yeah,
The
not as good without
background
you.
is fantastic, Trent.
I miss you guys too. I wish I didn't have to be here, but that's just kind of the way it goes. What's going on?
How are you feeling? Let's talk about
Yeah,
you
let's
for
talk
a
about you
minute.
for a minute. We miss you so much.
I miss you guys too. I feel fine. I feel
I can't
better
hear
than I
him.
had
Oh,
the last
there we go.
couple days. I was had a bad headache. I was tired. I was coughing, but now I'm back. I feel 95%, so that's the good news.
Trent, I miss your energy so damn much.
Yeah, you
it's
look
insane.
great. He, sounds
First of all,
good.
you look great. You sound great. You sound like you're recovering from COVID. And
Yeah.
I don't like not having you on the show. Yes, I love Fran and Kelly, but your energy, it feeds me, and I miss it, and I can't wait to have you back next week if you are able to come back next week. Hopefully, crossing
Honestly, I
our
miss
fingers.
it just much. I just want to be able to sit and tweet and talk about The Bachelor with people, and I can't do that right now. I just sit in my room and I tweet about it, which is fine, which is what I like to do. But I would prefer to be there with you guys so we can talk shit during commercial breaks. I miss that part for sure.
That's the best
Ah,
part.
I miss
And
it
there
so
has
much.
been
Cry,
there
miss you
has
so
been a
much.
lot of it. So you
There has.
are
You've been
missing
missing
out.
out.
Oh, I don't want you guys. I heard some talk about not wanting Victoria on the show anymore. Let's not forget that last season the drama was dry. We had Noah and Bennett was forced into being the drama. I know Victoria is incredibly annoying and just unbearable at times, but I think we need that. I think after last season we didn't get enough of it, and this season maybe we're getting a little bit too much. But I'd rather have it that way than no drama or forced drama.
Trent, thank you for saying that, because now that you said it, the people will agree. But because I said it, they were like, Rhea, that's crazy. That's a crazy take. But since you said it, they're going to be like, you know what, Trent? You're right. That's a good point.
Exactly.
So I'm glad you said it, and I'm glad we agree.
I mean, I'm on both. I get both sides of it. Victoria, there's just at times the way she talks to people, the way she talks to the group is just it blows your mind. But once she's gone, we might miss her. Maybe not that much, but I think we'll miss her.
We'll miss the drama, not her specifically, but the drama she brings.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Trent, do you have any big thoughts from this episode that you want to share before we get into our roses and stem cuts of the evening?
I don't think so. I've been listening to you guys talk about it. You guys covered most of it. Obviously, Victoria, Queen Victoria. I'm going to continue to refer to her as that. I think, obviously, she's the big takeaway, and it's annoying, but it's interesting. I'm trying to think. Brie was great. Sarah was great. Yeah, the dates were pretty well. I really loved having the hot tubs in the middle of nowhere back.
Yep.
I thought that was great. It really felt like
Fantastic.
we were getting back to the roots. It felt like at La Quinta, it felt like a real season, but not really. This one, where they're going on these weird dates, they're going in the hot tubs, they're flying airplanes, it's starting to finally feel like the show again. So that was my biggest takeaway, is that it feels like a real season of The Bachelor.
And
Yeah.
the foliage.
Of course.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I'm absolutely giving my rose to the foliage.
Oh, I was going to do that too,
Well,
but you
good.
deserve it.
No,
Trent,
so you
why
always deserve
why
it.
don't you start us off then? You'll be the first. You give out your rose and cut a stem, and it feels like you just gave your rose out, but maybe you have
Do it
something
anyway.
else to add.
Yeah, no, my rose is going to the foliage. I had talked about it last week on the recap pod. I knew it. There were just flashes of it, specifically when Matt James was driving his G-Wagon last week to his apartment. You could just
Yes.
see little bits of it. And then this week, I mean, they had to know that they were working with gold, because every cutback from commercial, every drone shot, everything was foliage.
Yeah.
And it was just it's beautiful. Pennsylvania at this time of year is beautiful. So I have to give it to foliage, because I've been talking about it nonstop and tweeting about it nonstop, that it'd be crazy to not give it to foliage.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And then I'm cutting the stem. You know what I'm going to cut the stem of? I'm sick of these wedding dates. I just cannot do these anymore. I
Yes,
really
Trent.
dislike
Snip,
them incredible degree. Like, they run these back every season like they're the most popular thing in the world, and it doesn't work. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the screen now. I'm looking at I left my TV on, and The Good Doctor is on. So I'd also like to give my doctor. I wanted to see what he was going to get his girlfriend for her birthday. And
Did you figure it out?
No, I haven't seen it happen yet. I just wanted to know, because that was like what the season was all about. I was nervous about getting his girlfriend a gift. I'd love to know. But I'm cutting the stem of wedding dates. Wedding dates, completely out on, and that's not going to matter. My opinion won't matter because they're going to keep doing them regardless. But I want people to know that I do not enjoy them.
Very fair, very fair. Rhea, take it away. Who are you giving your rose to this evening?
This is so hard. I had thought foliage the entire night, and then we had to invite Trent to Skype in, and
you can't steal it from him. Look at him in his.
I know.
Yeah, look at him. He's so
happy,
had
and he
to
loves
know.
it so much. I can't. Can I do the same? I can't do the same one. I can't do that. Done that once before. I can't do it again. Ah, fuck. Can I be like a little bit of a womanizer for a second?
Yeah,
Whoa.
always.
Can I get?
Whoa.
Yes, absolutely.
I was gonna
Ooh.
give my rose to Sarah, but can I give it to Sarah's body specifically?
Yes.
Because all of us were like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, it was a jaw-dropping moment.
We
Yeah.
all were like, oh my God, her body's
Yeah.
insane. Like, of course they're all beautiful, all their bodies are great, but like all three of us were weirdly like, whoa.
Seeing it written out
Yeah,
like that.
yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem right. It seems, misogynistic, but so be
She
it.
was
coming
at
from a
this
place of
point.
respect
It's coming out of
and admiration.
Yes, it's
Very
coming
much
from
so.
a place of respect. I swear to you. And stem cut. I feel like I almost wanted for all of us to share one.
Yeah.
Where we can each cut one strap.
One
Victoria's
strap.
bra,
Oh,
like
yeah,
you cut a
actually,
strap,
yeah.
I
Mean
cut
Girl
a strap,
style.
and
Yeah.
then somebody like unhooks the middle,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So I think I'm gonna cut the left strap of
Okay.
Victoria's bra or Coochie Monster's bra. I'm sorry,
Yeah, okay.
Coochie Monster's bra.
Kelly.
Okay, for my rose, I'm gonna give it to our boy Franco, of course. Even though Trent, I
Franco.
didn't get to even ask you
Yes.
this. Do you think Franco looked a little different today than he did last time? I feel
Yes,
like
I do. I agree with that completely. I saw
Okay,
you
thank
tweet
you.
about that. Like, I think I would have figured it out that it was him, but if they hadn't been like Franco's back, I'd have been like, oh wow, now there's this another photographer, but they should have brought Franco, but it's Franco.
that's what I thought. Like he just looked so different. I was thrown. But regardless, I'm still giving him my rose. He's still wonderful and fabulous, and I need him every season
Yeah.
from here on out.
Yes.
I'd like for it to stay left strap of Coochie Monster's bra, please, for the stem cut.
Yeah, you can have that. I'm gonna go. Just while you're at it, my stem will be right strap of Coochie Mama's.
Coochie
Mama.
Mama. Coochie Mama's
Mama.
almost
Coochie
better.
Monster.
You
Yeah.
remember that
Coochie
game,
Mama.
Cooking Mama?
Yes.
Cooking Mama.
No.
That was
Cooking
a
Mama, I
great
don't know if
game
I
on
do.
Oh
Wii.
man. Okay.
Coochie Mama.
That was. I have Coochie. I have the.
How
you doing on the
today?
Coochie
I'm
man?
Coochie Mama.
In my head, and I can't separate it. God, too much coochie tonight. Too much coochie.
I am
I hate
going
the word
to.
coochie
I do
too.
too. I hate it. Why are we saying it? Sorry.
I don't know.
Continue,
A lot.
Fran. Fuck.
I'm gonna get my rose. Oh man. I'm gonna give my rose to Chris Harrison tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
that's lovely, Fran.
Just because I feel like he really took the rules are there are no rules and just like that was just it felt like that was his way of connecting with us in the show. Like that was like Uncle Chris being like, hey guys.
Yeah,
I
this
know you're
one's for
throwing
you."
throwing us a wink, you know.
I have a real question. Did we come up with that, or did he come up with that? And who came up with
I
it?
don't
Because-
know.
We did.
I think we did, but maybe he did, and then we said it, and now he's taking it back. But I think we did.
No, we did. We
Like,
came up
right.
with that.
We've also been joking, being like, there are no rules for years. Like
Yeah.
this wasn't like a new this year, whatever. We've always been saying like there are no
Chris
rules. There are
Harrison
just no
has
rules
never
around.
once on this show said the rules are there are no rules.
Never, not until this year.
I don't think until that very moment he said that verbatim like that.
Okay, I couldn't remember. You could have told me that they came up with that 20 years ago, and I'd have been like, oh, fuck, I didn't even realize. I
No.
just had no idea who came up with it, but I agree with what you guys are saying.
Okay.
He stole our lyrics straight up.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Gotta get that copyright in here.
Okay, and I'm here we go. I'm unhooking.
Yes,
Last
friends.
step.
Titties out.
Titties out.
Last
Get
step,
it out.
let them out.
Burn
Those
it.
dresses
Freeze
she's
it,
wearing,
nip.
like
It's the worst bra.
It's cool these days. It's cool
Yeah.
to wear
Absolutely.
dresses without bras, especially when you need it. You don't want everything showing.
Exactly. Throw some band-aids on your nipples, you're good.
And that
you don't even
pink
need the
floral
I
pasties.
don't
dress,
wear
like,
a bra majority of the days
The
at this
whole
point.
bra was the back of it was completely out, where it's just
It was
It's
awful.
just-
It was a sight
Nipple
to be
covers.
seen. Right, nipple
Buy 'em.
covers.
Don't
anything.
even cover your nipples. Let those
I don't-
babies fly.
Maybe she wants
Listen to me.
to cover them. If she wants to cover them, she could nipple covers.
Nipples are an accessory.
Facts.
They
That's
make
actually
every outfit
huge.
look better.
They do. Also, her like outfit was printed too. You could barely
There
see
was
the nips
no way.
probably. There's
Yeah.
no way you could see them.
There was
Ah.
no way.
Or
But
they would like fit perfectly in the floral, like in the middle.
Yeah,
you know?
right in between. A missed opportunity for her.
With the petals
really.
around it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm
How
glad
much
Trent
longer-
joined in for
Sorry,
this
I'll-
end.
What'd
What's
you
that?
say?
How much longer are we gonna have Victoria on this show? You think?
I hoped for tonight, but obviously I'm wrong. We had a to be continued. I have a feeling. I feel like
I think
it's coming
I
soon.
said week 4. I didn't like that we got hit with it to be continued. I feel like that's going to extend her time even
Yeah.
longer. So it could be 5.
Like she definitely gets a rose at this next rose ceremony. Yeah.
100%.
probably. Yeah.
100%.
Tough.
She's in the
I'm-
preview.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into it. I like it. More Victoria. People are gonna be upset, but it's gonna make her exit that much sweeter.
It will. It will. Yeah, we'll all rejoice.
We'll all feel
hand in the
yes.
air.
I think we'll feel great and Matt will feel great because you can just
He is
Matt
uncomfortable.
is
all the
super
time
uncomfortable
with her.
around her. I can
That's a fact.
just feel it.
The next
I just
time
can.
I see Matt James, I can't wait to make fun of the fact that he made out with Coochie
Yeah.
Oh
Monster.
God, it's
Yeah.
it's the
Like
worst.
you really did that.
And he's such a nice guy that he'll only have nice things to say
Right.
about her, and we'll be like, "You're a goddamn liar."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be like, she's a sweet girl, you guys.
Yeah,
She's a
like,
sweet girl.
You
no.
are just too
Nope.
damn nice, Matt James.
Quit lying.
All right, guys, I think that wraps it up. Trent, thank you for joining us for the end of our show. Hopefully, we see you soon.
Trent, God bless your hands, your soul, and your
Yeah.
feet.
Thank you for having me.
Especially.
I'm sorry that I cannot be there, but I will be back there eventually. I promise.
Thank
miss you so much.
Thank you,
Can't wait for you
Trent.
to come
Feel
back.
better.
Yep, guys, get your Owens mixers. Drink with us every single week. Get 15% off. Code Barstool15, owensmixers.com. Check it out on Amazon. Review, buy it. It's fantastic. Go get it now. And we'll be back for week 3, the to be continued of The Bachelor.
Peace.